Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Guy Citron. I'm the Chief Medical Officer for EndoAxis Labs, and today we're going to be reviewing a case study about a male patient who came in to see me recently. He's a 44-year-old male. Chief complaints of weight gain, low libido with some erection issues, fatigue, waking up tired, he stays tired, brain fog, restless sleep with persistent random body pains. So I did a full comprehensive blood work analysis and a Dutch test on him. Blood work revealed low estrogen, low estradiol, with elevated cortisol. Testosterone, you could argue, I'll show you in just a moment, but free and bioavailable was slightly low normal. SHBG was normal. Albumin was normal. Everything else was normal. Thyroid, lipids, CBC, CMP, homocysteine, GGT, A1C, prolactin, FSH, and LH, everything was in the normal range. He came to see me because he wanted to have children, so he was not a candidate for testosterone injections, and he was on Clomid at 50 milligrams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with 0.5 milligram of anastrozole. So I looked at his initial blood work. Like I illustrated, everything was kind of low. The anastrozole was working. His estrogen was very low. Probably didn't even need anastrozole. Might have benefited with a little bit more estrogen. He was producing functionally low, in my opinion, functionally low testosterone. His testosterone was 487, but still relatively normal for what he was experiencing. I mean, close to 500 is okay. And then so I was looking at his free and bioavailable, both relatively normal. You could argue slightly on the lower end, as I mentioned. IGF was high and cortisol was high. So I ran his Dutch. I wanted to see what was going on. The estradiol, again, functionally normal. Testosterone, functionally low normal. DHEA production was healthy. Metabolized cortisol was healthy. 24-hour free cortisol. Everything seemed okay with his adrenals and the cortisol curve. I looked at this. The only thing that I saw flagged was really the preference into 5-beta of testosterone. And then his estrogen markers, everything else, again, relatively seemed okay, especially on first glance. Methylation activity was a little bit low. So I ran the EndoAxis report, and it said aromatase activity is not overtly upregulated, meaning the anastrozole was working or potentially too high. Estrogen detox demonstrates poor methylation activity. When methylation is poor, the estrogens can undergo an oxidation reaction. But this pattern reflects, and this is the takeaway, this pattern reflects hypogonadal activity. So depending on the symptoms, you should consider addressing androgen health with herbs and minerals that support androgen activity. Proper diet, exercise. He was actually doing all those things. He did have a good diet. He was kind of doing all the things, but it wasn't working. Clomid wasn't working. Thyroid panel was normal. Specifically what it called out, and this was really fascinating, was it called out 5-beta reductase preference, and they show a higher preference for 5-beta metabolites of testosterone, which can report symptoms of lower androgen activity. So a stronger 5-beta preference may be due to medications, or the liver has the highest 5-beta reductase activity. So similar to cortisol clearance, the 5-beta response is for androgens that may be more favored when there is a need for the body to rest and heal. It also could be decreasing of their androgenic potential. So basically, he's upregulating his testosterone, but it's going all to 5-beta, so he's not seeing the benefit of feeling higher testosterone in his body. The report called out the report use of Clomid, which he's on. This medication is indicated to support testicular activity, and it ensures that testicular atrophy does not occur, to support spermatogenesis while taking potentially testosterone or on its own. So Clomid be used as a solo agent, or it promotes LH, which triggers testosterone synthesis. The report resulted in 2 product recommendations in his case. Product 3, and this is a formulation designed to support phase 2 and 3 detox of estrogen, and it blends along with that methylation and sulfonation, supporting nutrients and minerals for optimal liver and GI detox of estrogen. So we wanted to pull out the reactive species in phase 2 and phase 3, and then a product called Enhance, and this is formula 20, which targets using a blend of nutrients and herbs to boost androgen production and activity in the body. Relatively simple formulation, only 2 bottles, and 1 month after treatment began, he felt 20 to 30% across the board. There was a slight improvement in libido, fatigue, weight loss, brain fog, no real changes to body pains. I wanted to see him after 3 months and see how the progress was going. Energy came back normal. Libido was very healthy. Erection quality was healthy. Started to exercise more and noticed a further loss of weight, and it was easier for him to start putting on muscle. Body pains started to reduce by 40%, which helped him exercise even more. Within 6 months after treatment, there was a full resolution of symptoms. He felt like he didn't even need Clomid as much, so we reduced it to twice weekly, and there wasn't any noticed reduction of benefit. I'm waiting to see him again. We're going to repeat labs and see how everything is, but our last check-in was fantastic, and he was doing great, and it was a relatively easy formulation in conjunction with Clomid and anastrozole. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be releasing case studies regularly. Have a great week. Thank you for listening.